Alright, welcome. This is M-Dog, and we are continuing the adventures of Tiryllia. So, we've been playing, just sort of breaking the immersion here. We've been playing a lot of Game of Thrones by Telltale. I finally got around to playing through the first season of that. And, really enjoyed it, but it also, I've been like really wanting to get back to Tiryllia here. So when we left her off, if you saw the last episode, what we were doing was actually a lot of, as we'll open up our Hobbit gift here, a lot of just kind of getting into skirmishes. And, oh, we did not sell, okay. So one thing we did not sell, but everything else it looks like we did. Wow, we're gonna get a lot of. Okay, let's see what our currency is at. We're at 267 gold from that one. We have so much character. I've never had a low-level character like this that's actually been this well off. All right. So this isn't gonna look like that much money because of how much we already had from that one big sell. This was almost like 1 gold though for this item. So 475. And 237. So that's just a lot for this low-level character. All right, so Tiryllia. So we got to kind of figure out what we're doing next here. I guess we'll go up and turn in the epic. So I don't think there's really anything else that we need to do in Bree. So everything was kind of pointing us. So this episode will probably mostly just kind of be focused on transitioning to Lone Lands, to kind of following the epic towards Lone Lands. We'll see what level those quests are compared to where we are. And then what I've got to remember to do maybe between this episode and next is get caught up in crafting and kind of see where we stand with crafting. I think that we're fine to be able to pick up the next material in Lone Lands. But the production side of things, we've just got to get caught up doing all of the processing and all that to get master level on at least the first couple of levels of crafting. We should have enough materials to get pretty close to that. So, but we'll do that. We're not going to do that during this episode. It's just been too long since I have played Tiryllia. We're going to focus on actually making a little bit of progress on where we are and maybe doing the first few quests out there. I don't anticipate this being a longer video. This is more of a transitional one just to get us established into the next area. So we will do that. Which I think basically just means going up the road here to, let's, is it Cerridon? Yeah, Cerridon and his cabin north along the Greenway in Bree-Land. So that is what we're headed towards right now. These bears are now so low level that they're not even paying us any attention. Or I guess we're so high level, I should say, in comparison. Oh, we did a good job of cleaning out our bags. Even though we do have a couple of skirmish things to sell. Which these are the bounties that sell for a certain amount of copper or gold or whatnot. So someone on my last video was asking me on those pulls when we were finishing up the Slayer deeds and whatnot in the Barrow Downs areas, why we weren't using, and what was it they asked? They were asking, why weren't you using Penetrating shot and barrage more, I think, is what they were saying. And I didn't quite understand because I wasn't logged in at the time, so I wasn't really quite sure what they were saying, but I kind of understand now. Like, basically what they were saying is, why weren't you just killing things more quickly by using your spenders? And I think I was basically I was just trying to continue to use all my abilities. So it's because some of those, you know, we have the class quest to use a certain amount of times per day, or however that works now. And then B, I wanted to save some focus because there were so many mobs. If I pulled too many accidentally, I would still have some focus left to deal with it. So let's look at these, what level these quests are. Okay, so that's actually level 18. It's way under ours. And Thornley's Farm is also 18. Is this an upgrade? I'm just curious. Yeah, it's the same as what we have. That shows we need to make a new bow. Alright, this is the epic quest. I do not know where Radagast was bound for when he left. He was going towards the Lone Lands. Weathertop. Alright, so he's going to take us to Candace's encampment. So we will do that. We will go there. What is my volume on? So the epic's taking us to Lone Lands, Candace's encampment, and then the only other place that would make sense for us to go would be North Downs. I typically always end up questing in the Lone Lands though, because that's just the first place the epic takes you to, and it will actually take you from the west side all the way to the east side of the Lone Lands. We are definitely a lot higher level than I typically would be because of how much more of a completion character this has been so far. I think I'm often more like maybe 21, level 21 going to the Lone Lands. Destination Lone Lands is a level 25 quest, but the epic quest is level 22. So we certainly could be sent this way, and then, you know, you do a lot of leveling just on the west side there around the inn. But it'll be interesting to see what level quests those are. Those it may not make sense because of what level they are for us to spend too much time doing them, but we'll see. Oh, this is a long trip. I forget the kind of roundabout way this travel point is. There are some interesting places you go by, though. Far Chetwood. And then there's like one area you go by that's kind of high level, I think, or they've added some high level mobs to that area. We'll try to keep our eye open for that. I don't know if there's a place that you would get actual quests to come into Chetwood. There may be. In fact, we may even pass some quest givers if I remember correctly. Or they're somewhere around here. And then here's Chetwood North. I don't know if this maybe comes off of Archit. I mean, I'm sorry, not Archit, but Combe. You do go into Chetwood from Combe. But do you ever go into Far Chetwood? See, I'm just not sure. Oh, are we? No. This looks a little bit like that. Like that lake that's just off of, I think it's this lake maybe I'm thinking of. I don't know. So we're gonna go through. I don't know. I think normally when I take this, it is such an out of the way direct, like way to go to get to the Lowlands. But I think when I've typically taken this, I've like stepped away, you know, from the computer. I've not actually watched. Usually I don't watch the journey. All right, so we're passing some 19 spiders here in the Weather Hills. And then there, see, there's something purple up there, level 55. So this is what I was remembering. What are those, orcs? Or orc kind, I think. Yeah. So they've got some higher level stuff mixed in the Weather Hills area. Okay, here's the quest section. I don't really know. Let's dismount here. Curiosity is getting the best out of me. I want to see. I'm not sure if I've ever done these quests up here. Pelts for trade.
Of your time.
This is reputation with Bree still.
Stay a moment.
Get our weapons back.
Stay a moment.
Okay. Let's keep moving. Now it's not as safe because we're not on the... Okay, so does this go over the Midgewater Pass? No. Let's see how this journey works. Doing it manually. Okay, so we're up here. How do you typically get across this? Strange. I may should have stayed on the travel horse. That's the Midgewater Marsh. There must be a way to get across up this way. Yeah, just in general, that would make more sense, right? There's got to be a way over there somehow. Oh, I think I've come... I'm recognizing this a little more. Now we could just jump down and cross there, but I was trying to see. Yeah, here we go. This actually makes sense. there is the camp we're looking for. So we have marked that as our campsite. I still don't think there's anything we can do yet with that.
Greetings.
Radagast Brown, have not seen him. So this is Candaith, of course. There's the coldest shadows come to these lands of late.
How can I be of service?
Alright, and these are level 22 quests, which were level 25. Okay, he wants us to...
What can I do for you?
Do we want to take all of these quests while we're here? I think so.
How can I be of service?
And this is sending us to the Forsaken Inn. Okay. So one of the things we need to do, I believe, are is to take out these guys. And let's look at this new deed and see what the rewards are. Honesty. Okay, so not something that we necessarily are going to prioritize. Now let's see what Orc Slayer is. Valor. Weathertop Exploration. So when you get to this point in the game, it seems like it would be nice to have your split shot, if you're using that, increase the amount of targets it hits. Getting all the new drops now. So a Might Jacket. Big Ed, I've been great. How are you doing? All right. Let's go on up here. So we basically just... Oh, there's the messenger guy. We need a few more Craven eyes. We don't need the messenger yet. Oh, I'm glad you're good. We are short on... There's one. Let's see if we can find these last couple of birds. We're getting a lot of vitality drops. Just one more. Is that a goblin? I wonder what the deed is for Goblin Slayer. Another Valor one. So if you're a might character, there's a lot of might to be had out here. Oh, we got a quest item. The polished pendant. Oh, we got that from the goblin. Alright, we're gonna go back to Candace first. Yeah. I'm really only focusing on the Slayer deeds that have stats that I want for my virtues, but who knows? I mean, I know they're throughout the Lone Land, so we may end up making progress on it anyway. All right, so what's Candace saying here? Oh yeah, he's gonna send us.
What do you need?
Get the orc orders from the orc messenger.
How can I be of service?
And we just saw him, so we'll see if he's still alive over there. Tales of the Lonely Road. So quest in the Lone Lands will give us both compassion and idealism. Which idealism isn't a bad one for us. Oh, and charity, which we've already got a bunch of charity. 7. Charity is like the first one to fill up. Alright, let's go see if we can find that messenger again. I haven't seen a lot of other people questing over here, so he may still be on his little path. How is Mordor treating you, Big Ed? Did you get to 115? There he is. A little server lag there. Oh, that's right. I think I knew that. I forgot. So you were just patiently waiting. I had a pretty good time in Mordor. I think it was hard because the character I was playing on in Mordor, I got to 110, kind of like, I don't know, some ways into it, into the sort of the new quote-unquote epic storyline, past the epic storyline. But it was hard because that was on a boosted character, so I didn't feel a whole lot of attachment to that character yet. And I'm getting a lot of rubber banding all of a sudden. So, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Mordor yet. It was okay, though.
What do you need?
My champion's at 111 from doing festival stuff and wrapping up the wastes. Wow.
How can I be of service?
Okay. So he's going to send us to where War Master Uzor is. And I think
What do you need?
this will be a big upgrade on our bow, so it's worth to do that while we're there. And then also,
How can I be of service?
that quest is in the same area, so we'll just kind of knock them all out at the same time. I never quite remember how to get to this place, but we'll just head that way and figure it out. Hey, thanks, Big Ed. I'm glad you stopped by. And I'll look forward to seeing you another time. Oh, thank you for the bits, my friend. I appreciate that. Ooh. See you later. Hey, we found our way this time. It's amazing at such a low level how quickly you burn through your rested XP. Like, I had a lot of rested XP built up on this character because it has been a while, and we have burned through it very quickly. But you also level very quickly at this level as well, so. And we're doing quests that are really kind of under level for us. So it would be even faster. So we just got... Yeah, Orc Thieves. We just got the Candace bow back. I guess it's just a random drop off one of the orcs in this area. Ooh, we missed our shot there. Alright, we're almost to the War Master. And there's the orc letter. I guess we'll go back around. That's quite the steep drop. We're doing some rapids here. That looks really cool. Oh, I forgot we have that Executioner of the Wicked title. That's pretty cool. Oh, we jumped right over that button. That would have...
How can I be of service?
Anyway. Alright, we can get agility chest that's not as good as what we have. Yeah. So Radagast, he finally knows where Radagast is. He's sending us up to Weathertop.
What can I do for you?
And we will take Candace's bow for sure.
How can I be of service?
Alright. So the next quest he's sending us on is the one that takes us up to the Weathertop. It's like 6 DPS higher. But we still have the same look. Yeah, the bow still looks the same. That's cool. That's a really cool system. Alright. Let's go to the top of Weathertop. And then we'll come back down. And unfortunately, that may be where I end up having to end it for this session. I wanted to get some LOTRO in, but there's also some other stuff I'm going to do tonight before I get called out for work, hopefully. I've had a really busy week, but I am looking forward to having, hopefully, some little bigger chunks of free time in the coming days, and can dedicate a little more time to this character and LOTRO in general. But let's go see if anything unusual is in the summit area of Weathertop. And of course, we'll come back for this instance. You know, it almost makes sense before we do the instance that sends us back up Weathertop to go down to the Forsaken Inn and get some of those repeatable quests, especially because some of them basically just have you killing goblins, and you'll do that during the instance, so you'll finish them kind of while you're going. And that's all we had to do up here. So it's going to be 10 of 50, and then 100 will be the advance for the birds. Hey, Boogeyman, I am doing really well. How are you? Yeah, Boogeyman, I'm actually... So, can you clarify something for me? Is there... I noticed it had started back up again for this coming weekend, I guess. Are there new maps? Is there any changes in this weekend's beta from last weekend's? Because that's actually what I was planning on doing tonight, is just kind of going and checking it out again before I have to go to work. But is there anything new? I haven't looked it up.
Greetings. What do you need?
You haven't really noticed? Well, let's find out real quick. So they made some it looks like a lot of balancing changes. I don't know. Maybe nothing significant. Maybe nothing significant from what I'm seeing. All right, I'm not sure. So this is going to about be where we end our episode for the Adventures of Tiryllia this evening. I'm really a little bit torn, though.
What do you need?
So he wants us to retake Weathertop with him. So does that show a quest over him? I just don't want to confuse myself. Yeah, it does. Okay, so what we're going to do before we stop here is we're actually going to not go back up Weathertop. We're actually going to go... What? There we go. To the Forsaken Inn. So that next time when we start, we'll start in the Forsaken Inn, and I can take a look at some of those quests that we can work on while we're retaking Weathertop, if that makes sense. This is the person who we returned the pendant to, but I'm not going to do that quest right now. Have you been enjoying the beta, though, Boogeyman? It's been a refreshing return to World War II, I think. Okay, so he is... Isn't he in this encampment? Nope, he's in the next one. Alright, so that's what we got to return the pendant to. That guy right there. Nice. The one thing I've enjoyed is the war mode, new game mode. But playing the Call of Duty beta has actually, it kind of sent me back. It reminded me of how much fun I used to have in Battlefield 1 when it first came out. And there's a lot of new stuff in Battlefield 1 since the last time I played that, which has been months and months. So it kind of sent me back to Battlefield 1. I've had a little bit of fun in that this week too, which surprised me. But yeah, Call of Duty's been pretty good. It's nice to be back in that setting versus the more recent versions of the game. I think I'm gonna like it a lot more, at least for a little while.
Would you be willing to throw down one match of PUBG with Heather?
Yeah. I mean, if y'all want to go ahead and do one, and then if it lines up, I'll do another one with you.
Oh, she was wanting us all to go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I will. I just need a little bit of time.
Oh, not right now.
Yeah. That's great. That's great. I'd be happy to.
I just hit 110, so I'm going to go get all my stuff real quick.
Nice. Okay, so here's who we turn the destination quest into. And then I don't think there's any more turn-ins here. Oh, that's not right.
It's a sorry day. Oh, woe be me.
Yeah, those aren't as good as what we have.
What do you need?
Okay.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Alright, so we've turned in all the quests here, and then we will have a bunch to accept and kind of decide how we want to proceed from here. Alright, so that's going to do it for LOTRO tonight. Sorry, it's a little bit of a shorter LOTRO stream, but I did want to get Tiryllia set up in Lone Land, so next time when we play we can really start making a lot of progress. And we're not going to do all of the little minor quests because we are kind of over level for this section now. Next time we play we'll probably focus mostly on the epic until we get to the eastern side where quests will be more at our level. And then we'll go from there. We'll continue to see where we're going to choose to quest. Epic will take us up to the North Downs eventually, so we'll be able to do some stuff there as well. But thanks for watching. If you want to stay around, I am going to be playing some other stuff. Sounds like we're going to do some PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds briefly, and then check out the Call of Duty beta again. All pending. I don't get called out for work. But in terms of LOTRO, I'm going to take a call it a night for LOTRO, and we'll be back possibly tomorrow with some more LOTRO. And if you're staying around, though, I'm going to shut the stream down because I have to switch over to the... No, actually, I guess I'm staying on PC for PlayerUnknowns. But I'm going to take just a few-minute break, and then I will be right back. But thank you all for joining me. It's always good to see you all, and I will be back shortly.